Hey, this is Danielle, Celestial Piper with Soldier of the Watch. I am not going to be really doing any talking until I see people show up in the chat. Still a small channel, but I love all my subs. It's super, super pretty out. Let's see if you guys can get, the clouds are kind of grayish, but the birds are chirping. There's my rose bush behind me. I planted it all by myself. Let's see. And there's my yard. My front yard. Ooh, somebody's flying a kite. Hey, Jamie, good morning. Just waiting for some people to show up and then we'll get started. How are you doing on this fine Friday morning? My hair is blowing. It's a bit windy. I'm expecting there is a storm coming. That we were told, yep, that's exactly what we were told, possibly this afternoon. I live in a bowl. That's what we call it. And woo, there's the wind. And things tend to pass over us. Like, we'll get the thunder and stuff. We may lose some power and all, but typically, like, the really bad parts, they don't touch us. But we'll see what happens, because this earth is totally changing because of the pole shift and everything else. You live in Orlando? Super awesome. My son would absolutely love to live in Orlando. He goes, yeah, sure it is. He goes to Disney World every year with his aunt. I'm sure you probably don't even care about it living there, huh? I think there was just like this big shift. I'm not sure. The last time I heard anything about the pole shift was it was saying that if we go just a little bit more, and I can't remember the percentage, it wouldn't be good. Somebody's flying a kite, and it's super cool. I can see it from here. It's a perfect day to fly one. Oh, good. Hey, Sapphire. Just woke up again. That's you. I forget. What state do you live in, Sapphire? That's right. All right. So you're near me. You know me. My memory goes poof. Sometimes I get it back and sometimes I don't. Hey, oh my goodness, Blue Bottle Bunny. It's been a little while. So good to see you. I am so happy. You wouldn't have liked to see me about an hour ago, though. Well, I'll get started. I know others will start joining us soon. And if I have to repeat, we'll repeat. I don't mind whatsoever. So I was so excited last night because darn, it wasn't a call-in, but it was super cool to see all those guys on Marfugel's show last night. And I'm so happy for them. And, thank you guys for showing all of the support you guys have shown him. He works really hard on those videos. I mean, just my little channel, when I do any type of informational video and stuff like that, I put a lot of work into it, and I don't nearly do as much as he does. So it's pretty awesome. Oh, you got rained out of work today, huh? Oh my goodness. What you probably told me, so forgive me ahead of time, but what what do you do today? Is it like more like on a farm, or because your name says Blue Bottle Farm, Blue Bottle Bunny Farm? Oh, I can't talk again. Sapphire, same with me, by the way. I read your comment. The Lord has been waking me up all hours of the night, just poof, and eyes are open. Yep. Typically, when that happens to me, it might take me a little while sometimes because I'm a bit hard headed, but I will pray. I'll ask the Holy Spirit to let me know what it is that's needing to be prayed for. Or sometimes he just wants you to listen. But, oh, that's super cool. I think I would love to do that. Hot dog cart. Well, something on those lines. That's neat. Yeah, see, I didn't watch the moon last night. Gosh, my back is itching. I'm sorry. Um, but I think it was getting pretty cloudy last night, so I probably wouldn't have been able to see much. But so where do I want to start? All right. So as you guys know, I have been trying to come off my pain meds, and because I want to go like more natural. And I am so sorry. I got this spot on my back. I could use a back scratcher right now. Probably a nerve thing. But I started it, I think it was Sunday. And I just today went down to half dosage of my pain medicine. So far, I'm doing good. I've been pushing it until 9 o'clock, as later in the morning as I can, so that it won't be too bad at night. All in all, I mean, I'm having some withdrawal symptoms, some intestinal problems, but they usually only last in the morning. And I'm having a little bit more brain fog than usual, so you kind of get a little fuzzy brain. I don't recommend, like, if you're going to come off your pain medicines yourselves, if anybody's on any, I don't recommend. My neighbors are coming out of the house. They probably like, what is she doing? She's like talking to herself. Anyway, I don't recommend doing it until you've talked to your doctor. I saw my doctor Monday, because it can be very dangerous. My mom, when she withdrawed off her medicines, she had to go in the hospital. She was like, granted, my mom is like really not well, anyway, and she's got a good 20-something years on me too. But that's not saying anything. I'm just saying it gets harder as the older we get. But she was like totally whacked out of her mind, like talking to people that weren't there. I have wondered if this may have been some kind of spiritual thing on top of it, because she would go, like, she'd be with you for 1 second, and then it was like she was in a different place. And when she shared with me what was going on, because there was this one blonde nurse she didn't like, but it wasn't the person she thought she was. She thought she was back in the nursing home again. And so there was this guy that was showing her around, and there was like one side that you were on, and then the other side was another, like almost like another plane of existence. And seriously, this is what was going on in her mind. And she said that he had told her that we all have doubles, an evil and a good one. Is that not freaky? And it was so real to her. And I had played the Beatles in the car when we were taking her to the main hospital, because she needed to go to a more competent hospital because we had all sorts of issues, and that's just a story for another time. But don't blow my computer. And so Octopus Garden came on. So that song, she said she had this little thing that the guy gave her, now this is in her brain. This is not reality. And she like pushed something on it and it would play that song for her. It was crazy. Um, but I kind of think that she was in some kind of different place. I don't know. It was crazy. She was so mean to me, and I knew it wasn't her, but yeah, it was bad. Yeah. And so the pain medicine I'm coming off is an opiate. So I need to be really, really careful. Luckily, I am nowhere near being on the amount of medications that my mom was on. And she was already withdrawing from Klonopin, which, by the way, guys, that type of medication is another one you have to be really, really careful with. She took it up to 3 times. She took it 3 times a day. So, even though I was weaning her off exactly like the doctor said, it was bad. My mom took it for years. So, and then because of the withdrawal symptoms and her kind of going out of her mind, to say the least, she stopped taking her pain medicines and a whole bunch of other medicines that she was supposed to take. And so then the withdrawal got really bad. We thought we were going to lose her. It was scary. I have not. You are not the only person that has Blue Bottle Bunny that has mentioned Kratom. That is definitely on my list to look at. And you can see, well, it's not doing it now. Just a little while ago, my hand was shaking a little bit. That can happen. Oh, there we go. But all in all, I'm doing good. I want to give praise where praise is due, and that is my Father in heaven, our Father in heaven, because I know you guys feel the same way as I do. So I thank Papa. I appreciate it, Sapphire. And please know, guys, I pray for each and every one of you as well. You guys are really, I know I keep saying it, but you guys are such a blessing to me. And I don't know, what I would do. I mean, I'm doing these videos and stuff for all of us, but I really feel like you guys have been more of a blessing to me. I'm having to hold down everything than me being a blessing to you. I think you guys are way more of a blessing for me. But yep, first day today, half the dose, only once today. I'll probably do that for about a week, and hopefully I'll be off. I'm probably doing a little faster than I should. But I'm a very hard-headed, determined person. I have excellent willpower when I want to. And then, of course, with Papa's strength, anything can happen, right? So I'm going with faith here. Now, if, of course, things, I feel like it's too much, then we're going to have to just come up with a different plan. I had said before that my pain management, even with insurance, is costing me $126 every time I go. My husband informed me, no, $186. I have insurance, and that's how much it costs every time I go, every 2 months. I don't have that kind of money. So yeah, I'm just getting off the stuff. I'd rather be on natural anyway, because if the poo hits the fan, guys, you only have so much for so long, and I sure don't want to go through that withdrawal if the poo hits the fan, because we wouldn't be in a really good place, would we? So anyway, so I wanted to talk about withdrawal, and then remind you guys that I'm not a doctor, so please, anything I talk about, make sure you talk to your doctor about. This is all new for me. I'm having, luckily what I went through with my mom, we don't like to go through those stressful experiences, but in the long run, when you look at it in a bigger picture, everything works out for the good. So me going through that really stressful time, and let me tell you, Papa kept me from being in horrible flares. They didn't start showing up towards the end. So he's just amazing. He really is. And so having that experience is going to pretty much help me to recognize things, if that makes sense. Let me just see comment before I go into the first article I wanted to talk to you guys about. You know, it's funny, when I had my surgery, now C-section is entirely different, so I am not comparing to what you went through, Sapphire, but I had an ablation therapy done, and, you know, it's a pretty simple procedure, but, you know, they're basically like giving you third-degree burns in your uterus, so it doesn't tickle either. I took, I think, some pain meds the first day, and then after that, I didn't take any. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you know how judgmental people can be when it comes to fibromyalgia and other disorders, but especially fibromyalgia, because they still don't know a lot. I mean, they know a lot more, but they still don't know a lot. Oh, there I go, losing my brain. Anyway, and so I actually can take a lot of pain. So when I'm feeling really bad, you know that I'm not doing well. You know what I mean? Like, you can see it, because I'm usually able to hold back. Whereas my mother's a lot different personality. And I really do think that personality does play a role when it comes to addictions and stuff too. But granted, your body can become dependent on it, which is a different kind of addiction, because you're taking them because your body needs it. Whereas I'm going to have to probably turn around, guys. Whereas somebody who's addicted not only does it because of the I'm caught. Not only does it because of the body feeling like it needs it, but they also get a euphoria, and they are addicted to that. See any other comments? And I'm sorry, that had really nothing to do what you were talking about, Sapphire, but it made me think about that. Wound vax. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know all about that stuff. I had to help a friend's parent with that back in the day. Okay. Oh, I've never heard of Suboxone. Is that a pretty old medication or a newer one? Thank you so much for your prayers. I have to tell you, I expected it to be worse. I did. Yesterday was kind of a hard day. I ended up going to bed in the afternoon. Today was my first day taking CBD oil. And I will do another couple drops tonight because you got to ease into it. So I think by me taking that as I'm coming off is going to help. So I also have my prayer necklace. I know we're not to put our faith in objects, so really it's just I've prayed over this, and it's kind of symbolic, just that, you know, Papa's given me his strength. And if it acts as a placebo, so be it, because the power of the mind, right? Yes, and he says he never will leave us or forsake us, and I have experienced that too many times to deny it, right? Oh, okay. It's new brand name. Oh, thank you so much. You know, when I'm not feeling too good, I get this new dress. Isn't it cool? And I love the smile my husband gave me this morning when I came into the kitchen. That makes it all worth it. But when you're feeling down, I find that if you do a simple thing like putting makeup on, or making your hair look pretty, or, you know, putting a nice comfortable dress on or something like that, it makes a world of difference in how you feel, you know. So, but then there's just some days I don't care and I just need to be in a big oversized t-shirt and a pair of sweats. I mean, whatever. Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate that. You are all beautiful to me, the most beautiful spirits I've ever known. And I'm so fortunate to have you guys. Oh, you got some kids. This development I live in, it used to hardly have any houses in it when we moved here. And so it's neat to see kids riding on the bikes around here. We didn't have many kids, so it's cool. All right. So, yes, now the medication I'm coming off of is Nucynta. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's supposed to be better than oxycodone and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, it was helping me, but at the same token, I just don't want to be under that system, if you get what I'm saying. You know, there's like, I keep losing subs, and I know I don't want to be focused on the number, but it'll be like weird. Like since Monday, I had lost 6 subs, and honestly, I haven't said anything offensive to anybody or anything like that. I did put up a video in regards to how the Bible was put together, and basically just to let you guys, my fellow brothers and sisters, know that just be really discernful when you read the Bible. That is the word, and God does speak to us through it. And especially in the New Testament with quotes from Jesus and stuff, that stuff, hold on to it, but it has been manipulated. So, and Jesus said to beware of the scribes and the Pharisees. So, that video, just if you guys have watched it, please know that had nothing to do with not reading the Bible or anything like that. It's just to say that we have so much corruption in this world. It's even deeper than a lot of us know. And what a wonderful way for Satan to squirm, because I mean, he's already squirmed his way into the church. So, I mean, you all can agree with me there. But what an excellent way if he were to, use the scribes, the people who have transcribed or whatever you call it, with the different translations and stuff. And just in that alone, even without malice, you can mess up with the amount of times English language has changed. So it's just basically saying, hey guys, this is how they put it together, which is just absolutely ridiculous how they did it, and just be discernful when you read it. So I wanted to put that out there with you guys. I think you can tell how much I love my Papa in heaven, our Papa in heaven, whatever your name is for him. I like calling him Papa, my daddy. So yes, Jesus was a rebel, and I have a bit of a heart like him there, which is cool because I would love to be more like Christ each and every moment. That's what we should strive for. And by his strength and power, we can do all things, right? So, I'm learning just exactly how to manage my emotions and things like that, because I have a great example to go by, and that's him. I mean, look, when he went into he got angry, but he didn't sin. He got mad. He went in there and he said, you're making my, father's house, basically a mockery, not the exact words, but flipping tables and everything, ooh, buy a couple doves to get rid of your sin. And I think there's a big lesson in that alone. Maybe that'll be a great study we can do sometime. And then, when he's holding the coin, he says, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and, give to the Lord what's the Lord. So anyway, I'm getting off topic, and I love talking about Jesus and our wonderful Papa in heaven. And I don't know about you guys, but there's definitely a shift in atmosphere. And if you guys aren't subbed to Israel's channel, oh, Molly, what's a twister in him? He did a video yesterday that will really make you think. I mean, you might not agree with what he's saying, and that's fine. I mean, everybody's, one person can look at a scripture and they can see it one way, and another can look at a scripture and they can see it another. It doesn't mean either one of them's wrong. God speaks to us through his word in all different ways. But I'll tell you what he talked about yesterday. Whoa, I had goose pimples. And it really makes you think. And I really believe that the word can have a certain context to it. And then there can also be some symbology along with it. So, I mean, it's living and breathing, right, guys? So, I mean, we're living and breathing. We might be one day and another, you know what I mean? So check it out if you haven't checked it out. Yes, that's funny, Sapphire, because me and Jamie were talking about the pole shift. So if you know anything in regards to that, please give Jamie some information, because I'm not, when it comes to that stuff, that's not my area of expertise. So anything I know is usually from researching or we're watching these wonderful creators on YouTube. The other thing is I just want to put out there that I will sub to. I have actually hidden what I'm sub to, because people tend to judge people on that, and just because I'm sub to a channel doesn't mean that I support what they say or agree with them. I just do it out of love, just to help them. Now, if it's something that's just totally like evil and crap, I will not support them. Everybody that, unless I've missed it, everybody that Marv asks us to go over and support, I support, regardless if their subject is something that I would, I'll go ahead and I will subscribe to them. I just probably won't watch their videos. One of my subs, and that's if this person is still a sub, had some opinions on a couple of people, including Marfugal. And I absolutely love her, and I hope she's still subbed. If not, okay, it is what it is. But I don't share in her opinion of Marfugal, what she said about Marfugal, and I'm not going to share it. But there was another YouTube channel, and I basically just said, "Oh, he entertains me." I don't agree with what he talks about and stuff, but I have no love for the guy. My heart kind of, if you haven't figured it out, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Absolutely love everybody, and so I pray for him. He does make me laugh, but I really don't like. I'll go in and watch maybe a couple minutes, and then hit like. Is one of the guys that Marfugal, Adam asked us to go and subscribe to. So if he's talking about anything that wouldn't line up with my my beliefs in Christ and all, I have no idea, because I don't really watch him that long. But the one thing I will not do, and I don't tolerate, is bad mouthing other people, let alone other creators. That's just not me, and I will not do it. I am to be a light in this world. Any of those that are in Christ, we are to be a light in this world, so that people see our good deeds and know it comes from our Father in heaven. He will separate the sheep from the goats. And yes, we need to be discernful when it comes to that. But at the same token, we're all human beings. We all fall short of the glory of God. I come from a very dark past, and the heck I am going to act like I am better than anybody. I'm not. So if something needs to be rebuked, I will rebuke it, but I will rebuke it with love. I won't do it as the father of this earth, and I'm talking little g, okay? He thinks he's God. I'm not going to do it like he does, which is the accuser. And that's not going to happen. So I just want to put that out there, guys. Yeah. Yep. The bird's giving us a warning. Yep. I hear it too. And I also have a family every year. They're beautiful birds. They really are. And I love the birds, but not on my porch where they're pooping it up. They make their nest and they'll have it all season long. And it's a mess. Poop all down I hate it. But anyway, yeah, there is a bad storm coming. Luckily, we are completely prepped. I have plenty of food. We have a charcoal grill if we have to, cook outside. Plenty of fuel and plenty of water. So we're good here at my household. Prayers to you guys if you're also, expecting a big one. But this wind, I'll tell you, the gusts already are like insane, and it's not even doing anything yet. Oh, Sapphire, I love your comment. Demons don't stick around in my house too long. They hear the Lord speaking and they run. Darn Skippy. Woo! Yes, we do, Sapphire. We need to prepare. We need to arm ourselves with the Word of God. Totally going in a whole different direction here with this. I'm going to just share this one last thing with you guys. I was talking to my husband yesterday, and I was reminded about Jesus in the desert before he met up with, John the Baptist and got baptized. And what did the devil do? He came at, this kind of goes along with that video I did with, the Bible and be careful with translations and stuff. He came at Jesus with scripture. But what did he do? He took truth and he manipulated it. Okay? He manipulated it with lies. Okay? That's how crafty that son of a gun is. And so what did Jesus do? Because he knew the word. Okay? He came back at him with the truth. And that's what we need to do, guys. You know what? All of us can be deceived. Okay? Even, Jesus said that the days will be shortened because even the very elect will be deceived. Keep our eyes open. If you're given something that you're like, that kind of makes sense, do your own research. Don't believe everything that's taught to you. Okay? Don't believe everything I say, for that matter. Do your own research, just like the Thessalonians did. I'm not far from Tennessee. I'm about a few hours away from Tennessee. I'm 10 miles outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Alabama, my husband's got kin in Alabama. I know his family were from Muscle Shoals. They're not in I don't think they live in Muscle Shoals now, but that's where his family's from. All right, so I think what I'm going to do now, before it gets really ridiculous out here, and the sun's going in, so that's good. I'm not super blinded. I'm going to I'm not going to read all these articles. I haven't put them yet in the detail screen, but if any of you guys want to check this out, after this video is done being made and goes up by YouTube, you can look in the detail screens once I get them in and check out the sites for yourself. I'm just going to kind of touch on things. But since we were talking about opiate withdrawal, I wanted to talk about that just in case any of you guys are on anything and are looking to come off of it. So on AmericanAddictionCenters.org, it says opiate drugs, including prescription painkillers and heroin, can produce withdrawal symptoms just hours after the last dose, and the symptoms can last for a week or more. Now, I saw Blue Bottle Bunny say that it took her a good 3 months to start feeling normal again. So I'm going to assume that, like with many things, it's going to affect people different. Unassisted withdrawal may not be life-threatening, but it can lead to relapse. Medications and therapy, assessed in medical detox may make relapse less likely. Now, alcohol is probably one of the hardest to come off of. People have actually died from withdrawal with alcohol. So typically with drugs, like opiate drugs and things like that, people don't usually die from them. It usually, if they do die from them, it's probably more like things that if they, like my mom, she stopped eating, she stopped drinking, stuff like that. She could have, died of dehydration if she didn't live with us, kind of thing. Now the symptoms, and this is what I'm going to go over, is nausea, muscle cramping. I'm glad I don't have the nausea, at least not right now. Muscle cramping, I do get that, but I was getting that already. Depression, geez, that don't come with fibromyalgia. Agitation, anxiety, and opiate cravings. Now, there are other symptoms, and everybody is different. It can cause intestinal issues like I'm having, and stuff like that. So that's that article. There's like more information. Oh, here we go. So tearing up, I get that. I also get runny nose. You can get the sweats, racing heart, hypertension, fever, trouble falling and staying asleep. I had a little bit of a rough night last night, but we also have bad weather coming, and you know how that is. So I'm going to go on to the next article here, and I'll put that in the detail screen for you guys to check it out if you want. Nightblade, who I was hoping I'd see her on here. She gave me she knows a lot about this stuff. She gave me, I may have her on the show if she wants, we could have her voice. Knowing her, she probably wouldn't want to be seen. But she gave me like 3 different articles. This first one I'm looking at is 18 best benefits and uses of wild lettuce. I have not started taking that yet, but I'm looking into it because it actually is quite inexpensive. I found a bottle, and there could be even better prices, but online for like under $12. And so when you compare the amount of money it costs me for my Nucynta, that is like less than half, or more than half off. So that's great. And then, of course, the $186 I don't have to pay to go to the pain management on one income in our house. So consuming wild lettuce and using it for various herbal remedies is an ancient practice, and one that can still provide various benefits to this day. So I don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but I had taken on one of these articles, I took a picture. It looks like a weed that you see in your grass in your yard. Wild lettuce is one of the many common names for certain species. And I'm going to tell you right now, pollen, darn it. I don't pronounce words the greatest. So Latuca or Latusa genus, related to traditional lettuce. The leaves have often been consumed for their mild analgesic properties, and as a salad vegetable. In fact, early physicians used these leaves as a painkiller if they were unable to procure opium. They call it nature's morphine. There's 2 things in the plant, and I wonder if it'll say it in here, that they block the opiate receptors or something like that. So it'll block pain, I should say. The pain signal is in our frontal lobe. So that's where it actually goes to, which is awesome. And, the benefits long term with them are much safer and better than, say, the chemicals we put in our body from pain medicine. Um, this plant is the most common form in North America and Europe, and is also known as opium lettuce, great lettuce, or bitter lettuce, among others. The leaves of this plant, much like normal lettuce, are highly sought after element of this plant, and leaves look similar to dandelion leaves, although they often have more than 5 florets. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. And are a rich dark green. Unlike similar species of the Latuca genus, it doesn't have bristles and isn't considered a prickly plant. The health benefits of wild lettuce are largely derived from their active ingredients, and it includes various flavonoids and coumarins, along with other antioxidants. Um, Lactucarium is the most notable ingredient. It's the milky sap that is extracted and as an analgesic. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's terrible. As a natural depressant, however, you should use caution when using this plant in any form. The plant was illegal to grow in the U.S. till 1970s, but the FDA has recently made it legal to grow, sell, and own. Why? If it's naturally grown, I don't get that. So it does have, it does say 18 different. I'm just going to ton some stuff. So there are a number of health benefits associated with consuming this wild lettuce or using it as a natural treatment, including its ability to aid sleep, soothe overexcited children. How about that? And calm the sex drive, among others. What does that mean? It also lists prevent a whooping cough, relieve symptoms of anxiety and manic behavior, improve sleep patterns and prevent insomnia, stop pain and tension in the muscles. Yay. Support respiratory health by treating asthma symptoms, eliminate headaches and migraines, soothe restlessness, excitability in children, minimize painful menstrual periods. Helps improve energy levels, poor circulation, things like that, joint pain. For men, minimize swollen genitals. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. Calm excessive drive in men and women. Nymphomania. That's interesting. It says different ways that you can use it. Make an infusion of the leaves or brewing a powerful tea. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do. Some people also prefer to dry the leaves and create a smoking blend. There's a bunch of different stuff. So you'll get this article. Treat urinary tract problems. So I have what's called IC, interstitial cystitis. It kind of comes along with the territory of having fibromyalgia, and then with having irritable bowel syndrome, which comes with fibromyalgia, aggravates the IC. So it is interesting that it helps that. This is definitely something I'm going to be looking more into. Because I have started the CBD oil, I also want to make sure that there's no kind of interactions with that, and I have not looked that up yet. But we'll see if I can go ahead and take this wild lettuce as well. We'll be good to go. And I'll tell you, if there's no wacky side effects and I do well on it, maybe I'll be able to go back to work again, or at least part-time. That would be nice. My jewelry business isn't really taking off. I'm trying to be patient. Things don't move that fast, right? So we'll see. My jewelry's pretty. I like my jewelry. Let me come over here and look at the comments and see how you guys are doing over here. I think a lot of us probably have done the same thing, set fire, make poor decisions, and I know I was doing that for a while. when I was working because I was so stressed out. And I noticed that, oh my gosh, if I keep going in this direction, I'm going to be exactly where my mother was when she was my age. So now I always love a glass of wine. I don't even enjoy it much anymore. So I haven't really, especially taking medication, you don't want to drink and take it. Well, I am so happy, Sapphire, that you are in the place that you are today. Um, what a testimony. Oh, praise our Father in heaven. Praise Jesus. So you have it all over your yard, huh? How cool is that? I seen a video. I think is on what's his channel's name? Oh, I can't remember. It's like God something, I think. Well, anyway, at the end of the video is like this little prepping video, and he talks about making wild lettuce, and he does he grinds it up in a, you know what I'm talking about, like a blender kind of thing, and then he does like a filter and squeezes all the juice out of it, and so when a poo hits the fan, that's pretty helpful information to have. uh, you can barter with it, stuff like that. And yeah, I've seen some of the YouTube videos showing how to prepare it. Definitely a good knowledge to have. And I'm saying when the poo hits the fan, because I don't know what Adam knows, but I can tell. Very sensitive, empathetic person, so I can feel, when the spiritual energy is off around us, and that veil that Jesus has talked about, and the apostles have talked about, I believe. And you could definitely feel like a shift. I don't know about you, but I can feel it. I don't do dates, but I'm just throwing this out there, guys. The 22nd is really like there in the back of my brain. Like, I don't know if something's going to happen on the 22nd. It could be just, another step heading in that direction. But there's a duality with that number in the elite world, you know what I mean? With the whole 1111. So when you do the whole, what they call it, geometry, not geometry, gematria, it, it's not necessarily a meaning for us, okay, but this is how those people think. They do everything with numbers and stuff like that, just to keep it in mind. You see 23 everywhere. I half wonder if that might be something personal, Jamie, unless the Lord's trying to tell you something prophetically too. That sometimes he'll show us those things, and it's just something between you and the Father. Definitely back you up on praying about that, if you have not received any type of interpretation. Hey, Dan, so good to see you on here, my friend. Hey, guys, if you haven't already, go over to Dan's channel and subscribe. He does worship music and all over there. And Dan, Blue Bottle Bunny Farm on here, she sings and plays guitar, and she's done some videos with that. You should go over and check her out and subscribe to her channel. I think Sapphire Blue, you have a channel as well, right? Jamie, I don't know if you do, but if Jamie does, guys, please let's show each other support. Hey, Heaven Bound, I didn't say hi to you earlier. It's so good to see you. And yeah, so I don't want to keep you guys on too long, but do you guys have anything you want to talk about before we get going? Anything, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be fibromyalgia related. If you want to do fibromyalgia or any other type of autoimmune disease, we can talk about that. We can talk about what's going on in the world. Whatever you want to talk about. Give another few minutes on here. Dan is got a beautiful, beautiful heart for worship, and I can definitely relate to him on that, and I am sure you guys can as well. Absolutely love singing to Papa, and yeah, and so he's just been so good. You know, he is good, and nothing else. He's good, right, all the time. But I know what I've been brought out of, and it humbles me when I think about it, that he can love me that much, no matter what I've done or who I was. I'm a new creation, guys. You're a new creation. I mean, how awesome is that he can just go whoop, 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 and you are good. He's amazing. I can't shout his praises any more than that. It's just not even enough. That's how awesome he is. Okay, that's interesting, Heaven Bound. I've been talking to Papa about that a lot too. So maybe he's trying to tell me something in that. I remember one day I was talking, because I've heard people talk about seeing an angel visiting them. I was like, Papa, I don't know if I could handle that. I mean, I have seen some stuff, okay, and you would think that I would love to see something like that, but look at the Bible when Gabriel showed up to people, and and other angels have showed up, and they're just like flat to the ground on their face because the glory of the Lord, but it's not their glory, it's God's glory. And so just those heavenly light beings, right, showing up I think I'd have a heart attack. I don't know if I could handle it. But I said, by all means, God, if you need to send a messenger to me, if it's your will, I'm good with it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Not my place. But I have seen an angel in my friend's house, which is over here. She doesn't live there anymore, but we were over there, and we, where two or more gathered together, there he is, right? Well, it's kind of funny. I don't know if there was kind of battle going on or if he was there guarding her, but I know it was her angel, like her guardian angel. And we were talking, and I saw him right there in her kitchen. Tan trench coat, very light colored hair, not shining super bright but I discerned this goodness, you know what I mean? Not because I know when those evil, what's are around, because you can't be involved in the type of stuff that I was involved with witchcraft and all, and you know what I mean, and not know those dark things. Let's just say that, and this is not to toot my own horn, because it all comes from Papa above, but I have pretty darn good discernment when it comes to testing the spirits. So another thing that God has made that was bad into good, you know what I mean? I've seen some bad stuff there, Sapphire. Yes, especially right after I got saved. The dark world did not want to release me. See, Satan loves us and hates us. He loves us as far as using us and enslaving us. It's a sick kind of love, okay? And he don't want to let you go when God's got you. He don't. And so it was a pretty dark, nasty battle. I've been, host my husband in the background. You can see his bald head. I have been held down in my bed by unseen forces, not able to talk, not able to do anything. But thank God for the Holy Spirit within us, because as soon as I release the name of Jesus against those darn evil things, they disappear. But it was a snake-like creature with just a big mouth and teeth, strawberry blonde hair, and very freaky. But I fought it, got my hands in its hair, and I'm like, in the name of Jesus, leave! When I was finally able to speak. So yeah, this stuff exists, and shoot, I've only seen a little bit of it, and I sure don't want to see it. But I'm going to tell you right now, the veil is opening, or is open, and them messing with that darn, here comes the wind again. Go away, Satan. Oh yeah, so you want to give me another gust? Anyway, what was I saying before I went off my rocker? What's that contraption over in Switzerland, or wherever it is? I've done things, CERN. So they're opening doors. I really believe that's, if they haven't opened it yet, that's going to open the abyss. And so there's stuff around us. If we could see it, we'd be sucking our thumbs and peeing our pants. Seriously. So I'm really happy I haven't been seeing anything. I have been hearing things, though. I had to do a cleansing on my house because, yeah, it just needed to be done. And all it takes is just if my son watches a video he shouldn't be watching, or I do, for that matter. I could watch a Christian video in regards to demonic stuff, and that itself would cause a door to open. So it's just really important that we keep in mind with that. You guys are putting a lot of really awesome, interesting stuff in here. And I thought I felt super blessed having you guys, but I feel even more so now. Yeah, demons are a fun thing to see. And the Bible says that, Sapphire, that they when that word goes out, they want to steal it. That's why it's so important. And Jacob Israel was talking about that yesterday. It's so important that the seed falls on good soil, because if it doesn't fall on good soil and it falls on rocky soil or thorns, then what's going to happen is the thorns are going to strangle it out, right? The rocks, well, it's not soil, so it ain't going to grab to anything. And so when the rain comes or the wind comes, it's going to be blown away. Satan wants, and his dark ones, does not want us to have good soil. No, because then, it's going to go ahead and root itself deep, and there you go. And I'll tell you what, we're going to be attacked more and more, guys. So be prepared. Adam talks about, and he also talks about it spiritually, and then many people have called up, but not only do we need to be prepared physically, having what we need if the poo hits the fan, but what we're really going to need is to be prepared spiritually as well, because we're going to come up against a lot of dark forces, and we're already feeling it now. So can you imagine how it's going to be when it really comes to a head? Bad. But yes, I agree, Blue Bottle Bunny. He is going to bring us through this, all of us. Anything that we might be going through, or that's going to be coming as a whole. I'm reading your comments. You guys got some really interesting stuff. Maybe I should do a video on this, maybe Monday, and maybe we can do just a little bit of the chronic pain stuff and all, but we can also talk about all of this wonderful spiritual stuff too, because that's my cup of tea. I love it. And, still learning a lot, even after 10 years of having Jesus. I don't want to stop learning. I love it. I love it. I could drink it. Oh, there's my girl, Nightblade. I'm just now seeing your name. I got a bit of a glare. So we talked about the wild lettuce and all. I don't know if you would want to. We don't have to have your face on. I know you said that you're not big on pictures. I think it was you that said that. But maybe I can talk to you about different stuff because you really know your stuff when it comes to natural things. And so maybe we can have you on sometime. I got to get that Crohn's chick. If you guys haven't subbed to her channel, she's over in the UK. She is beautiful. She is so wonderful. And she knows her stuff when it comes to dealing with Crohn's and different intestinal diseases. I'm going to have her on the show. I don't really like calling it a show. I consider this more like a support group, where we can all talk to each other. That's why it blesses me so much, because if I don't do it, like yesterday, I just felt so bummed, It really lightens my mood. It helps me. It's nice. You keep forgetting the time change. So Nightblade, she's just a state over, but it hits that central time change. I think there's like an hour difference between us. But yeah. Well, guys, I agree with you, Jamie, on what you were talking about with the supernaturally changing with our Bible. There's something to what you're saying there. And supernatural is the key word there, because that's God. That's Papa. That is the big G. Okay. And the reason why I say the big G and the little G, if you don't know, is because Satan rules here on this fallen world. It's just going to be whipped away from him. He's the little G. I will not give him the benefit of calling him a false God, let alone, saying the word God. But he is a little G. That's who the elite worships. That's their God. I only know one, and he is the true God, and we know who he is. Wonderful creator. Phoenix. I always wanted to go out west. I've never been out west. Never, ever, ever, ever. And the funny thing is I grew up in New Jersey. I lived in New Jersey my most of my life, and I've never been to New York City. Crazy, isn't it? But Jamie, I'm a lion. Yep, I am a lion. Yep. Well, anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Otherwise, I am going to probably stop our live feed. Yeah, Nightblade, I'm sorry. I'm going to be putting all the wonderful, including the one thing I found. You know what I didn't talk about? I didn't talk about the CBD oil. Yeah, do you guys have any questions at all about the wild lettuce? Because Nightblade is really, really familiar with that. In fact, if I'm correct, you take it, don't you, Nightblade? Before I go, I did, Jamie, see something about it being good for insomnia. Nightblade would know because she's can't even remember the last time she's been in a good REM sleep. So the CBD oil is 104 chemical compounds known as cannabinoids found in cannabis or marijuana plant. It just doesn't have the drug in it. That sense of getting high kind of thing is what it is. It can relieve pain. Everybody's different. So I'm trying it out. I have not been able to take it in the past because of being on a contract with pain management, but I'm not going back. So now I'm taking it. It could reduce anxiety and depression. Can alleviate cancer-related symptoms. So that's interesting. I'm going to put this article as well in my details screen. It is starting to rain, so I'm going to actually have to head in. So I hate to make you guys go, but if you guys have any questions at all, you can leave them in the comments area, or you can email me at soldierofthewatch@gmail.com, which thankfully tonight, Nightblade, I have not checked my email all week. So I need to pull that up because she sent me a request on something. What Nightblade said is that there's a lot of info online about the wild lettuce, and there's a lot online for the CBD oil as well. And so if you guys want to email me, you can. Anything you need, I'm here for you. And that's basically it. I will let you guys know once I've set things up with Sharni, that crunch check. And if you're not sub, please sub to her channel. Dan Castro, remember him. If you're not subbed to his channel already and you want to listen to a wonderful heart for worship, please sub to his channel. He's a good guy. Really appreciate him coming on here and supporting us. And you all know I love you to pieces. And if there's anybody out there that could benefit from our time together, please share and have them come on over here. That would be awesome. Say hi to my husband, everybody. And then my son. Ha ha, got them. All right, babe. Love you. I asked Connor if he wanted to say hi to you all earlier, and he's like, no. So it's really cool that I got him. Oh, now do not follow instructions on the bottle for the wild lettuce. Is that what you're talking about, Nightblade? Yes, that's what I have to do with the CBD oil too, because that same thing I think happened to my mother-in-law when she took it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. You know I love you all. Okay, share. Have others come over, subscribe, so that we can keep changing lives. I really think this helps. I don't know about you guys. I know it helps me. I think it's good to have like-minded people, both spiritually and physically, mentally, to help us through what we're having to deal with. Thank goodness we have the blessed assurance that we have a real home that's not here, not in this broken body, that our true form is absolutely beautiful and it's created in God's image. So that is awesome. That's what keeps me going every day. And we all have a purpose here. So don't forget that. We all have a purpose here. So shine that light, guys, so that they can see your good deeds and know it comes from your Father in heaven. I love you all. You all have a blessed day today, and I will see you again on Monday, and I can't wait already. So this is Danielle, Celestial Piper of Soldier of the Watch. You can also find me on Twitter under Celestial Piper. I don't go on there that much. I need to. And you can find me on Facebook under the group Soldier of the Watch. All right, guys. Love you. Peace out. Till we see you again. Bye now. And I can't see my end stream. There it is. All right. Bye, guys.